Buenas noches, profe. Me presento, soy el cadete López de Santiago y con mi compañera Murcia vamos a proceder a explicar el cuadro que usted nos dejó en la plataforma. Trade policy instruments are tools used by governments to regulate international trade. These policies can impact the domestic economy by influencing prices, production, and consumption. The main instruments include tariff, export subsidies, import quotas, and voluntary export restraints. Each of these instruments has different effects on producer surplus, consumer surplus, and government revenue. Objectives. A general objective is to analyze the impact of different trade policy instruments of national and international markets. Specific objectives. One is to define and explain the four main trade policy instruments. Two, to examine which instruments affect producer surplus, consumer surplus, and government revenue. And three, to provide real-life examples of these instruments in Colombia. Justifications. Understanding trade policy instruments is essential for comprehending how governments protect their economies, promote domestic industries, and influence global trade. This knowledge allows for a better evaluation of trade policies and their consequence on economic development. Next, my classmate Murcia can explain you the
Explanations of each instrument. 1. Tariff. Tariff is an impost on imported goods. It increases the price of foreign products, making domestic goods more competitive. This benefits local producers but harms consumers by making products more expensive. Example in Colombia, Colombia imposed tariff on textile imports to project its local textile industry. 2. Export subsidy. An export subsidy is financial assistance from the government to domestic producers to encourage export. This helps producers sell goods at lower price internationally, but increase government spending. Example in Colombia, the government provides subsidies to coffee exports to integrate the sector competitiveness. 3. Import quota. An import quota is a limit on the quantity of a specific product that can be imported. This protects domestic industry but reduces consumer choice and increases price. Example in Colombia, Colombia is quotas on the import of dairy products to protect its local dairy farmers. 4. Voluntary export restraint. Voluntary export restraint is an agreement between two countries where the exporting country limits its shipments to avoid strict trade restrictions. This benefits domestic producers but limits consumer options. Example in Colombia, Colombia negotiates voluntary export restrictions on steel export to avoid tariff in the U.S. market. Conclusions. Trade policy instruments are essential tools for governments to regulate international trade. Tariff and quotas project domestic industries would increase price for consumers. Export subsidies support local businesses would require significant government spending. Voluntary export restraints help avoid trade conflicts but limit market access. Understanding these instruments allows us to analyze their impact on global trade and economic development.